me, Morgan Tracy J, coming this morning. I just finished doing some weights and just a little workout. This morning was more of like a stretchy vibed workout. The weights were like literally not even that hard, and like, I don't know, it was really good. I got a lot of stretching and just kind of some freeness to feel, obviously. But this morning, guys, I want to talk to you all about, Lord, fill up my cup. I don't know if you've ever heard the verse of my cup runneth over. Okay, I've heard that verse for so many years and I never understood it until finally I realized you have not, because you ask not. And so I started asking God in my prayer journaling, like, Lord, explain to me what my cup runneth over means. And I would just ask him that every once in a while when it came to my mind. And finally, I want to tell you guys what I had to understand was that I had to kind of just look at the life of Jesus. Because if we look at Jesus, he obviously did a lot of tasks in one day. He healed the sick, he helped somebody, he healed leprosy, he was preaching, he was doing all these things. But how did he do it? It was because he always chose to get away and go somewhere with the Father. You see it a lot of time in Scripture where Jesus went away on a mountain to prayer. He went somewhere by himself to spend time with God, and actually people would come looking for him. I want to tell you, the power comes from our quiet, secret place. But I know a lot of times we go into our secret place and then we come out with the same issues, the same struggles, and for myself, I would be like, God, what is my cup runneth over? I don't even experience that. I feel stressed, I feel depleted, I don't have peace, I don't have joy, I don't have fulfillment. What the heck am I doing with my life? Why does so-and-so's cup get the runneth over but mine don't? Those are the questions I would literally have. And I want to tell you, it's about finding that time or creating that time for God in your secret, quiet time, secret place, whatever it is, just shutting the door and getting some alone time. That's the first step. But the second step is being willing to allow your cup to be poured out first. What I want to tell you is God can't fill us up if we're already filled up with ourselves. What I learned is a lot of times I would come into devotion already with a cup full, saying, God, fill me up. And God would be like, but I need you to pour out. Because yeah, I need you to come in here and get honest with me about that pornography, that masturbation, those backsliding ways, that envy, that jealousy, that gossiping. I need you to come and pour out your sin, because when you pour out, I can begin to pour back into you. But a lot of times we come into it too prim and proper, not willing to dig within our sin, not willing to just say, God, I messed up. God, I backslid. God, I did this. God, I went against myself. I went against you. We're not willing to say that sometimes, but we're willing to sit there and say, and pray your journal and pray and read the word and say, God, fill me up, when God is saying, I need you to pour out. Because the Spirit of truth lives within us, and if we dig into that, it will reveal itself. It will allow the things that keep us up at night, the things that hurt our heart, the things that plague our mind, the situations or the family members that might have hurt our feelings or offended us. I want to tell you, the first thing you need to do in your devotion time is begin to pour out all those things, and eventually it will just become natural that the Spirit of truth will start to help you, will bring you ideas on what to pour out, okay? And the next thing I want to tell you is then that's when you get still enough, and that's when you just allow God to pour back into you. I feel like when you get that poured back into you, that's when you get the courage and the strength and the hope and the fulfillment. And it says in Philippians like 4:4, Paul's like, rejoice in all things. I say again, rejoice in all things. And I would look at this and be like, how do you rejoice in all things? But it was because my cup wasn't running over. I wasn't getting alone enough with God. I wasn't actually pouring out. I was just trying to get God to pour into something that was already full. I want to tell you, it's a daily thing where you have to fill up your cup. If you catch yourself riding on fumes, feeling depleted, not feeling good enough, feeling like your mind is so confused, feeling like you're just so congested with all kinds of views and all kinds of people's opinions, then I want to tell you, it's time for you to sit down, get some quiet time, and begin to pour out. Because once you pour out, God then can pour into you. Okay? Well, I love you guys. I pray you got blessed by this. And last but not least, I hope you got your morning fix. I will see you tomorrow morning.